Hey guys, welcome back to a quick follow-up video. Well, it's quick for me because I'm recording it right after, but this is probably a few days after my last video. So, the last video that I did, if you look on the channel, was basically showing you what I call the 3-bet progression scale. All right? So it's a variation of a 3-bet progression with a little bit of a kick to it, all right, for people that get bored and don't have the patience of just doing the same 3 bets over and over. Now, if you want to be conservative, you do the same 3 bets. So what you're seeing on the right-hand side is an ultra-conservative 3-bet progression that I like, a 1-1-3. I showed it in the last video, but I'm going to tell you again, go back and watch that video first. You can use this with whatever you want. If you like a 1-2-4, do it. If you like a 1-3-7, do it. A 1-3-5, it works the same way. What we're doing is instead of going back, if we have a loss on our 3-bet progression here, normally we automatically restart. But in the scale version of this, we have a second tier here, a second stage. Right? And the second stage always starts with what was the second bet, right? The second bet in the stage above it. And then we do the same thing as a third stage. Okay? Now you can tweak these. No one is telling you that this is written in stone. That's the point of this, is basically what I'm trying to show you is that the flexibility. You don't have to follow some rigid martingale, D'Alembert, or Fibonacci, or whatever anybody's showing you. You don't have to do that. You can be creative and create progressions and money management that fits your personality and your bankroll. So this is an extremely conservative version when I do it with a 1-1-3. As opposed to in the last video, I started with a 1-2-4. Okay, so go back and watch that. So this one that I created is with a 1-1-3, but I'm going to show it this time with roulette. When you're doing this, this is meant for an even money bet. So we can use it on any of these bets here. We're just going to do follow the last. And why don't we just do red and black to make people's life easier? Okay? So we'll do it with red and black, and we'll do the same $10, and we'll start with red. So here's our first bet, stage 1, right? $10. And forget about winning and losing here. You can put any, there you go. You can put any bet selection on this, as I said in the last video. Whatever crazy bet selection you think is the holy grail for roulette on even money bets, by all means do it. I'm just going to do follow the last, okay? Follow whatever came up last to make my life easier here. So we won here, so we're just going to repeat the bet. And we're going to repeat the bet again. And again, I don't care about winning or losing here. The focus is not on bet selection today in this video. It's on this. We lost. So we're going to move to black and we're going to make our second tier bet, which is again in a 1-1-3. It's the same amount. Okay? And we won. So in a 3-bet progression here, the way we play it, we go back to the 1 bet. So that was a black, so we're just going to go back out on black. And we win again. We're up 3 units. Bet the same thing, and we're not moving, because we capture all the streaks when we do follow the last result. Okay? What kills us with this bet selection, obviously, is the chop. All right, so we lost. We're going to do our second bet, 1 unit on red. And I'm going to show you how this thing works. Okay, we lost. We're going to our third and final bet of the sequence, which is 3 units. And this time we're on black. For 30, because our base bet for our demo is $10. Okay, whatever your base bet is, that's what this is. Okay, great, we lost, which is good. All right, so normally, in a normal 3-bet progression, we go back to our 1 bet. See that? But when we lose our 3rd tier bet in the sequence, we move to stage 2. Stage 2 is here. It's a 1 unit bet because it starts wherever the second one, the second one above, that's where it starts. So we're back to a 1 unit bet here. We won. Now, I'm going to be real clear about this. We're still down. You see that, right? We're down $10. We were up, I don't remember if we got the 4 units up, or I know we were up 3 units. I can't remember if we were up 4 units or not. I can't remember. But let's just assume we were up 3 units. You need to make a decision when you win on any of these stages, whether to stay at that stage or to go back to the stage prior. We're not at break even, and we're not close to where we were at. So I will make the decision to stay at stage 2 and repeat the 1 unit bet. And what was it? Red. So here we go. And we lost. So we're still on stage 2, bet number 2, which is 3 units. Win. But where are we at? Okay, we're back up 1 unit. So this is a subjective decision. Do you want to call this basically break even and restart at the bottom? Or do you want to stay here? You know my answer. I will always return to stage 1 as fast as possible. So guess what? We're going back to stage 1. Okay, but that's up to you. So it was black. We're back at stage 1 and bet number 1. Well, you know that's a loss. Okay, so we're going to stay on black and we're on bet number 2, which is the same $10 in my core, the way that I set this up today. Remember, go back and watch the video before this. You can do this with a 1-2-4, a 1-3-5. There you go. A 1-3-7. You can do this with anything you want. All right. So that was a win. So we're going to stay there. And we're back on bet number 1, stage 1. Bet number 2. Okay, back on bet number 1. Just repeat the bet. Stage 2, bet 1. Bet number 2. Stage 1, bet number 2. Now I'm getting confused. Now I have this dummy down to an ultra conservative bet selection. That's why you're not seeing a lot of movement here. I have this at a 113 starting point. If you go back to the last video, I showed you a 124 starting. And then this one became a 2, this one became a 4. You understand? That's a little bit more aggressive, and you're going to get bumped up a lot quicker. You're going to make your money faster, but if you have a down slope, you're going to be making a little bit bigger bets. All right? I'm doing this at an ultra conservative starting point, a 113. Okay? All right, what was that? Black. So it's a lot more of a grind when you do it with a 113 starting. That's up to you. That's a loss. We go to bet 2, still on stage 1. So this is way more grindy. Whoop, here we go. We're off to bet number 3. 3 units. Here we go. Great. We lost, which is good, so we can show you what happens. So now we're on stage 2, which starts at the bet, whatever your second bet is. If this was a 124, this would be a 2-unit bet, right? This would be a 4-unit bet. So we're going backwards still to our 1-unit bet, and it's going to be here. So this is way more of a slow crawl, the way I'm showing you with the 113, as opposed to the 124. So you've got to play with it and test it. All right, so where are we at? We're down. This time we're gonna stay on stage 3. So we're gonna just return right here. We're gonna stay on not stage 3, stage 2. We're gonna stay on stage 2 and go back to our 1-unit bet. So this is way more of a grind, right, than using the 124 as our starting stage 1. But guess what it does? Here's the benefit for those that would want to play this way. You can play as long as you like, right? There's a lot less stress here. You can also, the second reason for doing this, if you want to, is that you can play for way bigger chips because it's way more of a grind and the volatility isn't going to be anywhere near what it would be when you use a different starting progression. And the casino could care less for comps as long as you're using bigger base bets. Now, most of you, this is going to be too much of a grind. I already know the way that you guys think. You're going to want to do this at a 124, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Look at the last video and you can see how I do this on Baccarat with a 124. All right? So let's just keep going a little bit longer. Where are we at? We're down $20 now. We're going to stay at this level. We'll stay at stage 2. Okay? We'll stay at stage 2. See if we can win a few in a row. And we didn't. So now we go to bet number 2 in stage 2, which is a 3-unit bet. It's the flexibility, folks, of creating this. Oh, see what happens? So now we're on our 3rd and final bet in the sequence for stage 2, which is 7 units. And that's going to be on red. And we lost. So what happens now? Now we go to the 3rd stage, and it's a 3-unit starting bet. Okay. So we have not had as good of an outing here on Roulette. Oh boy. So we're on to the next stage now. The next bet. 7 units again. And now we're on red. So this is really pushing us. And it has nothing to do with this because we're playing, there we go. We're playing ultra conservative money management. It's just that the bet selection is a disaster at the moment. The follow the last is not working. Okay. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is how the progression works. So the follow the last is just not working right now, which I could care less because this is what you're here to learn. Okay. So now you won here. You're still down, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way I would stay here at level 3. I would go back to level 2 and I would grind my way back. So this is what I would do. I'd go to stage 2, bet 1, and I'd make that bet. So I would drop back down to here. And I lost. So it's on to bet number 2 in the sequence, 3. Okay. Now the other thing, okay, that's a win. The other thing to understand is that the difference between Baccarat and Roulette is substantial. Because in Baccarat, the ties, we don't lose any money. We've had the 0 come up. I only see it once here. But you understand that wherever that 0 came up in the sequence is a loss. If this was a tie in Baccarat, it wouldn't have counted for anything. So you understand that the zeros in Roulette make a major impact. All right? So keep that in mind. All right. So where are we at? We're at 930. We're still down, right? So I'm going to return to bet number 1, but I'm going to stay in the stage 1. I'm going to stay at stage 1 for now. I'm going to want to jump back. Stage 2. I'm going to want to jump back to stage 1 as fast as I can. But I'm not going to do it quite yet. All right. 940. I'm going to give it another shot because we're only making a 1 unit bet, even though we're going to return here to bet 1, stage 2. So I'm going to say on stage 2. Okay, so here's your decision. You're down $50 from being break even. It's up to you. Do you want to continue at stage 2 or do you want to go back to stage 1? I know we can make it up pretty quickly. I'm going to go back to stage 1. That doesn't mean you have to. So here we go. Returning to the base 3-bet level stage is crucial for me. See, we lost. Bet number 2 is another 1 unit bet. We lost. We're on a bet number 3. So we're getting chopped to death here, which is really the bet selection. But you understand how this is keeping us flowing and moving without getting killed. The bet selection hasn't been the right one for this demo, which is fine. Up, and there's the dreaded zeros, right? In Baccarat, we don't have that problem. That was just a break even in Baccarat, and we redo the 3 unit bet. But we lost this bet. So we have to go to stage 2, bet 1, which is the $10 bet, and we're going to stay with wherever we were at. Oh, sorry. We're going to stay on black, but we're back to our 1 unit bet. There we go. So we're having a hard time of it on this demo. But not because of this. Because of this, because of the bet selection. So now we're on our 3 unit bet, stage 2, and it's going to be on red. So the moral of the story is, I hope you guys are understanding the power of this unique money management. The bet selection is not helping us in any way, shape, or form. But if you were martingaling, you'd already have lost your entire bankroll. Lost again. We're on bet number 3, 7 units. So if you're understanding the way you're moving through the stages, that's what I'm trying to show you. There you go. There's a win. All right. But again, we're not back to break even. So my decision would be to stay on stage two, right? Which is a $10 or a 1 unit bet right here. So I hope you guys are getting this. We lost. We moved to bet number 2, which is 3 units. All right. And I'll end the video just a minute or two because I think you understand this. This is just a follow-up to the last video, the 3-bet progression video. There you go. All right, we're back to 950 again. I would return to stage 1. Okay? So we did not make money. But the moral of the story is not that. The moral of the story is this money management. So let me show you, and I don't think I'm going to do it exactly the same as I did on the last video, but here is the a slightly more aggressive version of this so you can understand it. I think we did 8. I don't remember if we did 7 or 8, 6, 7. We'll keep it a little bit more conservative. We'll make that a 7. How's that? But you can tweak this. That's the whole point. 13. You can do this at 13 or 14. But do you understand? You have the flexibility to create the stages based on what your initial stage was. So again, play with this at the 113. Develop one for the 124. Develop one for the 135. You can do a 137. Right? If you want to be more aggressive, a 137. There are multiple ways to do this. There is no right way. It's what you're comfortable with and what your bankroll allows you to have. Okay? What would be the bankroll for this? Again, I would add everything up here, right? Let's see. Well, I can't see it there. But whatever it is, add this up. And then I would want multiples of this. Now, if you're going to do this in roulette, I think there's more chances. No, I know there's more chances for you to go to a 4th level sometimes. Add it up. Do a multiple of that amount as your session bankroll. Okay? So I know this is not the number, but let's just say that this added up to 50 for argument's sake. I don't know what this is. Okay? Well, actually, let's look at it. So that is 7, 21, 21 and 24. So that's 21 and 24 is 45. So this is 45. So if you want to be ultra safe, have multiples of this of your session bankroll. And this is only with 3 stages. I told you to go to 4 for roulette. But you understand, do multiples. So 4 times, 5 times, whatever this is, and that's it. Okay? That's it. That's what I would do. If you get to the bottom of your stage and you get nailed here, what I normally do is I try to work my way back by going to 1 stage lower and staying at that lower stage to try to build myself back up. That's the way I handle that, just so you know. Okay? Watch the last video, guys. Watch the last video where I show you a couple of different examples. And this thing works great for Baccarat. Just like everything else, it's a little choppier for roulette because of the zeros. All right? With that being said, that's the 3-bet progression scale. And maybe we'll do a little more work with it. This is the kind of stuff we work on inside of CruzCasinoMafia.com with our private members. I hope to see you on the inside. I hope to see you as a new member. And happy holidays, and we'll see you on the next video.